let you know exactly where it is.
Somehow we have to get this boat next to that Meg.
No, we can't. It's already proven aggressive towards boats.
Except this one, because it knows you need to come up with a plan first. Also, it's not like the other boats were trying to get next to the Meg either, right? It just attacked them. So why do they think they're safe as long as they keep their distance?
To a prehistoric shark that ate our friend?
I guess you need a common man who subs in for the audience, but this guy's constant bitching, yelling, and poorly timed humor will instantly make you forget that he's a trusted member of a scientific team. They did some major disservice to his actual skills by not giving him anything except this to do the entire movie.
Stop! Stop! No vibration.
Did you not think of this before sending him out there? The movie wants us to believe Jason Statham can outswim a 75-foot prehistoric shark. Not sure if I'm sinning that or the fact that I might believe the movie. I mean, it's Statham. This movie is so dumb. Also, why did the shark stop pursuing the boat? It's definitely as fast as this boat, and it clearly has a hatred for boats. What an asshole.
At this thickness, it would take 20,000 pounds per square inch. Maybe talking about breaking, that's 800,000 to 900,000.
Yeah, but the Megalodon is a shark that they know very little about. It's a shark that can apparently break a whale in half. It left noticeable bite marks in their headquarters glass. Like Joe Piscopo's gun in Johnny Dangerously, it shoots through schools. And while it does prove impossible for even this shark to break the cage, how the fuck do you really know until you studied it?
I've done hundreds of shark dives.
Not like this.
And she knows this, right? I get that Su-Yin is a badass, but this whole time she's acting like they're just going up against a tiger shark, and not a big fucking prehistoric one. Can't figure out why at this point they are surprised by anything other than the fact that they're all terrible and unqualified for their jobs and stupid. Ridiculous Shark movie decides not to go full ridiculous and give us an entire scene with Su-Yin trapped in the shark's belly while inside the indestructible cage. Now we can't get the scene where Jonas comes up with a plan to jump into the shark's mouth and MacGyver some contraption that will cause it to go full-on Linda Blair and shoot Su-Yin to safety. And we would have sinned the shit out of that, but it would have been fun. Also, aren't these people highly qualified scientists? You mean they had no idea that the shark could have swallowed the cage? They knew how huge this fucking thing was. And this was the day Jonas's hand was shredded into 1,000,000 pieces from the cable. Oh, but he's still getting dragged along? That makes sense.
Thank you.
Get the out of the water! Save your thank yous for later. Movie goes through a lot of trouble to trick you into thinking Su-Yin is dead when she's this movie's only viable future wife for Jonas.
Look, remember the bite marks?
Nope, and Jonas shouldn't either, unless I missed his bit about getting a degree in shark dentistry.
At least you can use this as you're dating that pig.
Give you a little leg, you know?
Speaking of Toshi, wasn't he this guy's best friend? I understand they just cheated death and beat the shark. This guy's acting like he's gotten to the it's fun to joke about silly phase of his grieving process already. And this guy's totally dead, by the way. In all of my time watching movies, I haven't seen a guy this swallowed by a shark before actually getting swallowed by a shark. Also, it looks like this movie is going with the same plot mechanism as Jaws. They caught a huge shark, but not the shark. And Richard Dreyfuss will be here to show us the Louisiana license plate soon. Also, there's another Meg. But how did it know exactly where the baby Meg was?
I can't swim.
Look, I'm all for comic relief, but this comes just after their friend was swallowed whole, and the shark is still out there. It's like the Meg appreciates levity and allows everyone to get some humor in before all the killing. I'll remove 100 sins if it turns out that John wakes up with amnesia and discovers he was trained by Treadstone.
You're gonna be okay. You're a good person, James.
Man, everybody in this movie is a sacrifice whore. Toshi, Su-Yin, and now Heller. It's as if nobody wants to save themselves in this thing. Also, after this, I guess the shark is done eating. Jax doesn't swim back until after Heller is eaten, so his sacrifice could have amounted to absolutely nothing. Good thing these vibrations don't attract the Meg that was literally right by them a second ago.
What happened to your hair?
Seriously? When it comes down to it, Zhang's life will be remembered for the peace treaty he brokered between apples and oranges.
Sometimes things happen that change your life forever.
Movie has time for this.
It's not just about the ones you lose.
Great. Skip.
I came here to celebrate with you.
I'd remove every sin we've given this movie if a shark came out of nowhere to eat Rainn Wilson right now, just like the one did to Samuel L. Jackson in Deep Blue Sea. Not the Meg, but the exact same shark that ate Samuel L. Jackson in Deep Blue Sea.
Every person that gets maimed or killed by that thing is a potential lawsuit, a potential casualty.
Even if I were to buy that, which I'm not sure I do, especially with this being international waters and all, then why didn't he actually contact the Chinese government and make it their problem like he said he did a few minutes ago?
This is possibly the worst moment of my life.
Worse than Expendables 3, Homefront, or The Fate of the Furious? Yes, yeah, it probably is.
I think we killed a whale. It's right below us.
What are the chances a whale would just be swimming around in the exact spot that the Meg was swimming? Also, wouldn't that whale either A, have gotten the hell out of Dodge as soon as it knew it was swimming with that thing, or B, already been killed by the Meg?
Let me guess. Morris never called anyone. Didn't call anyone.
What the hell was he thinking?
He wanted to make this go away as quietly as possible.
Yeah, but do you know he died? Do you know he went out to bomb the shark? All you're telling us is that he didn't call it in. Yeah, what a dick. But there's absolutely no indication they were told what he tried to do and whether he died doing it. It might be a silly thing to nitpick, but several times in this movie we don't know if the characters understand certain things, and it removes context from their actions.
What's on your butt? What's that?
Oh, nothing. It only has some of the most densely populated beaches in the world.
I guess the Meg enjoys the chapter on beaches in the Old Farmer's Almanac, just like the rest of us.
Prehistoric shark sounds like a damn prank call.
Okay, but hear me out. Maybe don't tell the authorities it's a prehistoric shark. Maybe just tell them a very large man-eating shark is out there and try not to bring up prehistory or Hall & Oates during the conversation. Why in the unholy of all fucking f***dom is Soo-Yin's daughter coming along for the ride? She doesn't even do anything stupid that saves the day.
How long until the shark gets to those people?
20 minutes.
I'm not saying they couldn't get all this set up and to where they need to be in under 20 minutes, but I am saying there's no way they could get all this set up and where they need to be in under 20 minutes. This dog jumps into the ocean, God knows why. He doesn't even join the party of swimmers, and paddles way the f*** out to the water for some reason. I'm guessing to finally be free of its owner. Also, dog is in trouble in a disaster movie cliche. Pippin survives this. Look, I'm not saying it's impossible that everybody would be using swim rings when they swim in the ocean, and maybe it's a law in this country or something, I don't know. But how can you enjoy the water with this kind of ring traffic? Not sure how old this kid is supposed to be, but I'm guessing he's over this popsicle is going to taste like when it gets salt water on it years old. I've got this theory that movies like Jaws and The Meg were created as revenge fantasies for people who never got to go on vacation. Because seriously, this guy. Look, I'm just saying I'd be gone. Like, I wouldn't rely on the others to tell me it's gone. I'd just never get into that water again. Ever. But these people? Nah, why ruin a perfectly good afternoon simply because of a shark scare? This movie's never really figured out what the Meg really is attracted to. Like, at first it was lights, then it was boats. And it was wild movement in the water like every other fucking shark in the world. And now he's bypassing all the free food to attack the boy in the plastic bubble. It's a fucking what? You mean, aside from the mass deaths that just occurred, it's safe to go back in the water? I feel like it might be a faux pas to say it's okay after 35 people just got eaten by a shark. Like, it might be the too soonest, too soon, ever too soon. Why is this perfectly aligned grouping of people on float still this far out? Do sharks give up on the easy kill just to go after the whales that are making noise? Either way, this is Whale Sounds Volume 2 Ex Machina. Kids, did the Meg fucking perform a sneak attack on Jonas? Because it looked like the Meg performed a sneak attack on Jonas.
I'm ready to fire.
Take the shot.
Are you telling me that the scientific research team was given underwater vessels with missile firing capabilities?
Chewing this, you ugly bastard.
Car won't start in a horror movie cliche. Reason number many why you shouldn't have brought this girl on the boat.
Here we go.
This works. Ah, the magic of movies, where you'll never question how an expert of deep-sea diving rescues manages to make all the right moves in this unique situation, escaping his damaged underwater vessel, finding a way to ride along with a vicious shark while it rips into it, and
I'm sorry, I remember this scene. There was that... Ugh.
getting the perfect amount of time to aim at and stab the Meg in the eye to win the day, and live to tell about it. Also, going into the movie, you'd think there's no way they will actually give us Jason Statham by himself in the water going toe-to-toe with the shark. And then they give us exactly that. While I give the movie credit for this David versus Goliath moment, doesn't make it any less stupid, so my hands are tied. Sure, this is an ex machina, but I'm wondering how Soo-Yin managed to locate Jonas in the middle of this feeding frenzy and target one shark out of the hundreds to save it. They couldn't even see the Meg itself under the water a few minutes ago. Wait, they were saved by the love boat? Why are they even still out here? Didn't they supposedly see it eat the dog? Did the shark just pass up on the boat after the attempt on the dog? How long could a dog swim in the ocean? After we last saw him, 13 minutes have gone by actual time. The events that took place after this definitely took more time than 13 minutes. So can dogs swim for that long? The fact that they ever put this dog in danger in the first place, this movie for that. But that it survived? Double this movie. We're gonna later coffee. Puns. Also, I've got 2 words for you, movie, and the first one also starts with F.
Are those sharks with laser beams attached to their heads?
What have you done?
I got nothing. Other than the Meg is fine.